Hello, welcome to ClisMap screencast. In this screencast I'll show you how to use ClisMap, which is a clinical trials finder. I've created this app to help me find clinical trials near me, and it's using the data from clinicaltrials.gov, and it shows these clinical trials on this Google map here. When you come to the home page, you'll see all the latest clinical trials with open recruitment. You can search for clinical trials by keyword or by location. Here I'll enter a zip code and search all the open clinical trials around this zip code. You can click on this icon here to get more details about this particular clinical trial. I'll scroll down here. You'll see this conditions tag cloud. I've created this to help me see what are the clinical conditions that have the largest number of ongoing clinical trials, and you can see here that the lung cancer and breast cancer are among conditions that have the largest number of ongoing clinical trials. You can also browse for clinical trials by conditions. Here I'll click on the conditions tab and you will see a table of different conditions and corresponding number of open clinical trials, and you will see that here the lung cancer and breast cancer are among top conditions with the large number of clinical trials. You can click on this specific condition and it will bring you the map of all the clinical trials, and it will also show you some images from publications. Here I'll click, for example, on this image and I can go read about this particular publication in more detail. I can here also browse for clinical trials by different interventions, and you can see here different drugs or procedures used in different clinical trials. You can also search for clinical trials by sponsor, and this gives you sponsors and total number of clinical trials that they are currently have. One of the nice features of this website is that you can also embed clinical trials in your own website or a blog. Here I'll search for flu, and this has an autocomplete feature, and I'll select this influenza keyword from here. And this will update this widget here that will show me a preview of the widget that I can use to embed in my website. And you can also click on this list tab to see this clinical trials as a list, and you'll see that here the word influenza is highlighted. So you can switch between map or list view, whichever is more convenient for you. I'll copy here this code and paste this in my own blog. I've created here an empty blog post with this code inside, and I'll preview this here, and you can see that it lets me embed this widget on my own blog, and this is very nice feature to let your site visitors to find latest clinical trials that they might find interesting. I've used this feature recently for my own blog. I was watching NIH screencast on chronic pain in advanced cancer, and there was a mention of an interesting clinical trial there. So I searched for this clinical trial on ClisMap and embedded this, so I can use this later on when I need this to quickly find this clinical trial. So this was just a brief demonstration of different features available on ClisMap. This concludes this screencast. Thank you very much for watching.